Hi, I'm Anjala. My mom walks into my room to wake me up, and I look over my shoulder to see if my sister was still sleeping or was out of bed, because I would never want to wake up before her. In winter, it's so cold and I have to get out of my comfy warm bed. I check the time. It's still 4:30 a.m. I open up my window to check outside. It's so dark, it still looks like midnight, and there's not a single soul on the street. Then I dress up really quickly and barely drink my milk, because we're always late. Then my sister and I go out of the door and give my mom a goodbye kiss. We're late again. So we run to the bus stop and get on the bus, breathing so hard. Now we're at the train station, and we run again, on the stairs to the platform and get into the train. After 2 hours, we finally get off the train. Then we do not have to run, we have enough time. We take the underground, then the bus, which is another hour. Finally, we reach our school. Yes, you heard that right. For 2 years, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning and rode a train, bus, underground for 3 hours every single day. And why? Because when I was only 12, I moved from Sri Lanka to Italy with my mom and my sister to join my dad. We lived in a city called Verona, but my school was in another city called Milan. This put me under a lot of pressure, and even my parents were under a lot of pressure about my education, because what I was doing was not easy. They thought I wouldn't be able to travel for 3 hours every single day to go to school. And you might ask why I did it. I did it because I have always had a long-term goal which I looked forward to accomplishing. And it is to be successful with my education and to be a successful person in the future, to make my family proud. When I had to choose a topic for my TED Talk, I wanted to know what gave me strength to do that when I was only 12. What made me keep going when others in the same situation might have given up? What made me not give up? With that question in my mind, I started my research. Then I thought about this professor, Anjala Warnakulasuriya. She's a professor of psychology at the University of Pennsylvania. And she talked about something called grit. I asked myself what grit is. Right now you're probably asking yourself, what is she talking about? Grit is a special blend of passion and persistence that pushes you to reach your long-term goals. It's not giving up on what you started, even when everything else makes it easy for you to give up. When I started learning about this topic, or even when I was 12, I didn't know that I was a person with grit. But what encouraged or motivated me to be resilient, to chase my goal. When I was 12, my sister was 18. We both went to the same school in Milan. She joined the school in the 12th grade and had no idea how things worked. She had been learning for 12 years in Sri Lankan, and suddenly she had to do everything in English. Most of the people around us started to say that she would not be able to catch up. That's impossible, take her back to Sri Lanka. But she did not give up on her goal of getting good grades, catching up with other students. Ultimately, she reached her goal of going to the university to study medicine. I believe that she was one of the reasons why I'm a person with grit. And I tried to achieve my goals since I've always wanted to be like her, to follow her example, to work hard, to be strong and successful. But why are some people gritty? Professor Duckworth showed in her book, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, that gritty people are able to maintain their determination and motivation over long periods despite experiences with failure and adversity. Gritty people can keep a long-term goal, deal with their failures, because they don't always get what they want. At the time when I was in my new school, I did not speak English, nor Italian. Yes, it was hard. I did not get the marks that I wanted. I was not happy about myself. I used to cry at home every day after school because I thought I was not good enough compared to others. My results were almost below everyone else's. But I came over it. I finally started to get grades that could satisfy me. When I was at the top of my class, that made me so happy. And my family was so happy to see me succeeding. But what motivated me at that time? How could I start to feel good about myself, my grades? How did my grades go up by the second term of school? It was the result of my amazing family support. They tried everything they could to make me feel less tired, to make me realize that I was strong and I could do it. Every time when I was crying, my mom cried with me saying, "It's gonna be alright, you got this." Well, I guess I'm proud of myself. The best thing about grit is that it does not depend on your ability or on how good or bad you're at a specific thing. It's about motivation. I'm gifted with a beautiful family who were always there for me no matter what situation I was in, no matter what I had accomplished or what I hadn't. So, if I was asked, what is the reason for me to have grit? I did not become gritty because I was strong or special. No doubt about it, it's my family. It can be life-changing when you have someone to motivate you to motivate yourself. I'm not saying that you must have someone to motivate you, but if you try, you can motivate yourself with no one's help. You can motivate yourself to motivate yourself. Keeping a long-term goal that really matters to you helps you stay focused and makes you want to chase it. Nothing in the world is impossible. You can always do it if you're passionate about it. That's technically having grit.